I heard a couple people dropped after.
Yeah, it was actually like scary reading some of those. Like, cause I went to Electric Forest last year, so I still looked at the subreddit and I was just following along. One, it was too dangerous. There was like 5 times as many people that should have been at the afters because everything was closed. And then people they have medical people there because it has a capacity, but like they have to get to the people who dropped, right?
Not only that, it's so dark, so it's so hard to navigate through stuff.
There's not enough lights at the Evil Afters because it's in GA group camp. And then like I heard it was like 4 in a row because we were bopping for like a good maybe like 15-20 minutes, and then everything just stopped, and then like people were moving, and then like we ended up having to open and close this one lane. I think it was like all like medical tent or like paramedic people like trying to go into the very middle of the crowd to like get to the people. I guess all of the people that dropped were in the middle. Yeah, and then it got canceled, and it just looked like we were like homeless and we were wandering through the camp.
The other stage, it's just the aesthetic's so cool.
Yeah,
I still haven't been to an EI. Every year I'm just like,
Wait,
not
what?
home.
Yeah.
I've never been. I wanted to go this year, but like I'm never home on the EI weekends.
Yeah, because you're always traveling.
Yeah, you're always in New York.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Back in Body Hurts Podcast. And today we are filming live at Clammy Baby Games at Yonge and Finch, 5580 Yonge Street at Yonge and Finch. And to my left, I have my co-host, Benny.
Hello.
To the very right, we have Sunny.
Hey, everyone.
And to my directly right, I have Egern.
Hey.
And I'm Christine, and welcome back.
Yeah, we just want to do a shout out to Clammy Baby. New location opened up 1 month ago, and for allowing us to shoot here. It's a cool location.
Yeah,
do come check it out.
Yeah, shout out to Andy, Christy, Darren, and their other partners. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just trying something new this week. See how this goes.
Yeah. There might be a lot of background noise. Don't worry, it's everyone having fun on our behalf.
So
yeah, a little nervous, but we're gonna go to our main segment. We're gonna have our summer recap, and we're gonna talk about the top festivals of 2024. Now, we have talked about a few of them, obviously, here and there throughout the past several months, but we're gonna go through some that we haven't went in depth for. So, Boiler Room is our first.
I think Boiler Room was like the start of the season.
I think Boiler Room, you can say, is the start of the summer season of Toronto. I personally didn't go to Boiler Room. I did hear that there are a lot of talks that TDJ is one of the hottest sets in Boiler Room.
Benny, did you go?
I went. I went to Boiler Room and I went to the AP.
Oh, you went to the AP at McCormick?
Yeah. But you said that the Coda set is the best, right?
Yeah, Coda set was the best.
And that's the one we went to.
I heard good things about Chase and Status too.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
When they did, you stayed at TDJ Nico Moreno. I heard.
I think
everyone played great from what I heard.
Mm.
But started like weather was good. I think it was the start. I'd consider it the start of the summer season here.
And weather was good, and then all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
The festival curse.
The festival curse that we all experienced. I think the most recent one, what's that festival called that they totally canceled it?
Nocturnal.
But that's because of the fires in
it was it was actually an arson fire.
Was it an arson fire?
Somebody set fire and it like just killed everything. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. They were monitoring it. They did a good job. You know what? Shout out Insomniac, because I saw in LA they were doing hosting of the DJs who were supposed to play. They're doing pop-up events.
Oh, that's so cute.
At the Palladium. So like Palladium.
Palladium,
and a couple other ones. And it's actually like, so all the money is now going towards the firefighters. And Insomniac also, they had trailers and stuff. They are renting it out to the firefighters. So all the people are RVs and stuff, like they're giving it to the firefighters who have to stay stationed. So they're good.
So actually it is a very good organization that they want to like make sure that things run smoothly.
I mean, it's tough for the city of San Bernardino, right? You got fires, people evacuating their homes, so it's good that they can
Insomniac makes a lot of money, and also like that's their like kind of home base. They can't screw it up like that.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, like moving on to like the weather, as what we talked about, Escapade
and Electric Forest. So those who didn't know, like Escapade actually had their day 3 cancelled, even though it was very sunny on that day. But a lot of the electrical wiring was like sort of like flooded, so they don't want people to get into the grounds.
Yeah.
And Christine, you went to
You guys had a
Electric
time and a
Forest.
half in Electric Forest.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we spoke about this on the pod, but day 3 afters was canceled, and then a few of the sets were canceled, so it was pushed to the next day. So we saw Jewels for like 20 minutes, and then he played again the next day, which was nice. But but since day 4 was canceled again, we missed like 2 of the last sets, I believe, and Sarah Laundry was canceled, Excision was canceled. A lot of like because there's a lot of hype behind Sarah Laundry, and also a lot.
They kept rescheduling her, right?
Yeah.
To make sure she played.
I have a friend who's just like a melodic bass head and just a bass head, and she was super disappointed because that just killed her whole weekend. Because like Forest, it's a lot of like other types of music, so she wasn't really about it, which was sad. So, and then the afters was canceled, and then people were like passing out, dropping from like vitamins, and it was pretty bad. And we just ended up roaming the GA camp for like
Trying to find music.
following the sound.
following the sound. Yeah.
I heard a couple people dropped that to after.
Yeah, it was actually like scary reading some of those, like, because I went to Electric Forest last year, so I still looked at the subreddit and I was just following along. One, it was too dangerous. There was like 5 times as many people that should have been at the afters because everything was closed, and then people were they have medical people there because it has a capacity, but like they have to get to the people who dropped, right?
Not only that, it's so dark, so it's so hard to navigate through stuff.
There's not enough lights at the Evil Afters because it's in GA group camp, and then like I heard it was like 4 in a row because we were bopping for like a good maybe like 15-20 minutes, and then everything just stopped, and then like people were moving, and then like we ended up having to open and close this one lane. I think it was like all like medical tent or like paramedic people like trying to go into the very middle of the crowd to like get to the people. I guess all of the people that dropped were in the middle. Yeah, and then it got canceled, and it just looked like we were like homeless and we were wandering through the camp. Yeah, but I think I don't know much about this, but a lot of my friends who've been to Electric Forest multiple years, think the quality has gone down since the Insomniac takeover.
I think so. The one I'm glad I did go in the one year that had more EDM. But I looked at this year's lineup. I'm like, nah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
Was yours last year that still under Insomniac?
Yes.
Yeah.
Insomniac's taken over for the last like 4 or 5 years, I think. But it's one of those festivals too. They don't advertise they took over. They really don't advertise, which is like kind of interesting. It kind of just
yeah, we have some community friends and family.
Yeah, it's a community event for today too. So we appreciate everyone who came out.
Yeah.
Linda, do you want to come in and show your prizes? Oh, she can't
Here.
So I think next up is Electric Island. It's happen yearly in Toronto. There are 4 of them.
No, we had the funny. Sorry, continue. I'll interject after.
Yeah. So for Electric Island, usually the first Electric Island is the one that determines the start of the season. But now we have like a boiler room takeover. I didn't go to the first one. Oh, actually, I did.
You guys did.
I went to the first day of the first one, not the second day. And it was at underneath the bridge, the Guardian Bridge.
Fort
York, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, are they going to do a different location for everyone this year? And then they did Fort York twice.
They did Fort York twice. I wish they didn't do Fort York, even though the venue is pretty nice, but they had what's that? The sound check, the sound test thing.
Show us your toys.
Yeah, show us. So we have former
Our
guest.
mic is on if you want to speak. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have former guest Belinda on it.
Yeah.
Oh, she won prizes.
It's
Nice.
so cute.
Yep, Pokemon, Naruto, Boba, 3, my favorite things.
Yeah. You're gonna add it to the collection, not that glass that thing.
Yes, I don't have any room. I make room.
Make room.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. So
Back to Electric Island. Yes.
back to Electric Island. Electric Island it ran pretty smoothly in comparison to all the other festivals that has rain.
Honestly, shout outs to the promoters because like they've done a great job running it.
Has it ever rained for Electric Islands this year? I don't think so.
So I want to say we're going to touch upon Veld too. Toronto was spared on every single weather.
Yeah.
Like all these festivals got canceled or something happened, but all the Toronto festivals, they had prediction of rain and then
And they had big prediction of rain.
The
like,
Charlotte DeWitt one,
it was supposed to be like downpour. Yeah.
Toronto
But,
and Chicago were blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was kind of nice too because like if you didn't buy tickets and the weather forecast was saying that it was going to rain,
People
very
were fire
heavily.
selling.
People were fire selling, and then you can get like dirt cheap ticket just to go to EI. I think remember the third EI I bought like a Saturday ticket for like $40 or like $30 or something like that. It was like dirt cheap.
Who did
Yeah.
you see?
It was a bunch of house stages. Anna was the closer. Who couldn't make it? I don't even remember.
This was the August one, right?
Yeah, this was the other
hot
one.
since '86.
Hot
Yeah,
since-
hot
hot
since
since
82.
82,
Yeah,
yeah.
he couldn't make it. Yeah, so Anna took over the last final stage. But yeah, I think best Electric Island is the one that I did not go to.
The Downsview one.
It was at Downsview.
That was with alignment.
That was
Yeah.
with alignment.
Yeah,
It was
that
like
one
the
was
whole takeover stage of like day 2 at stage 2. It was just all hard techno, and it could play like the sound at the highest level. And you went, right?
Yeah, we went.
Yeah.
We went both days.
You and Benny, Sonny
No,
and
I
Benny.
only went one day.
You went the day 2.
You went to day 2.
I went to day
But-
two.
You went to the only day that matters.
So yeah,
Yeah.
well, I guess we'll mention this now. Although I like the Fort York location,
Mhm.
the sound restrictions just make it not worth it. When you bring
Yeah.
in someone, I'm gonna just be honest. When you bring in someone like Clang and you can hear people around you talking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's not
That's
it.
really quiet.
like literally,
Yeah.
we have video too where we were right at the start of the set. Everyone's recording, and all you hear in my video is everyone complaining around me saying, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sound makes a big difference
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing that style of music, the sound makes a big
Yeah,
difference.
like-
Yeah.
That's what
because you want to feel the bass.
I just think it's a waste of dollars when you have that sound restriction. So although the location is the best
Mm-hmm.
in terms of aesthetics, like stage 1 design, great. Stage 2, I mean, raving under a bridge is our Gardner is pretty sick.
It's pretty sick. Yeah.
But
I like it.
But with the sound restrictions, it just does not make it worth it,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
still
but
think
anyways.
Downsview was the best because I don't know. For me, I drive, so it's easy for me to get to.
Yeah.
Good parking.
The
very-
Downsview one, the parking is nice.
it's pretty much where Veld is, so
yeah.
that's why everyone's used to it.
I know that for the Fort York one, it's pretty convenient for a lot of people,
Mhm.
but it's also very inconvenient for a lot of other people too.
The one
Like
thing I
me.
also like about Electric Island is that it's accessible by public transit. All of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them you can access by public transit. Even the Woodbine one, you can actually take the bus all the way down.
Woodbine. Which
The
one's-
Woodbine Park one.
Oh yeah, you can just take a streetcar
oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
I
Because
enjoyed
right,
that
right
one.
behind
Yeah.
history, where
Yeah.
history is, right?
I mean, essentially anything within the city of Toronto is accessible. I guess it's nice that they have it in the city and not like
In the island
Markham
itself.
Fairgrounds.
Yeah, no. The island,
Or the island.
the island one I did was not it. I didn't like the one. on the
Well,
island.
I mean, it was called Electric.
Electric
You know which one I
Island.
missed? I missed the Ontario Place one.
Ontario Place one. Was
The
definitely
Ontario
the
Place
best.
is the best
Everyone
one.
misses
It's the
the
best one.
Ontario
Yeah.
Place
It's
one.
not like the Echo.
The
I
Yeah,
see
Echo-
Echo
no,
City.
it's,
Yeah.
it's not Echo Beach. It's the West Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
the Echo Beach one was pretty
It's
good too.
Ontario.
Echo Beach one
It's
was good.
Ontario
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Echo
and-
Beach one was good, but the West Island was just
I know.
It hits different.
The both Echo Beach and the West Island, John saw me play.
yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
both.
Adam Bear there, and it was
Yeah.
like because like
Yeah,
the main
yeah.
area is good, like it's big enough, and then you go up that hill to like the other stage. It's just the aesthetic's so cool.
Yeah.
I
It
still
is.
haven't been to an EI. Every year I'm just like
Wait,
not
what?
home.
Yeah.
I've never
What the
been.
heck?
I wanted to
Insane
go
that you-
this year, but like I'm never home on the EI weekends.
Yeah, because you're always traveling.
Yeah, you're always in New York.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so
And then
What-
we did a bunch of
International.
European. Yeah,
Yes.
international.
So you went to Lumi.
I went to Lumi, and Lumi was actually great. I like Lumi. I think it deepened. Oh, that's sorry, that's just a friend. So Luminosity, yeah, Europe trip, and it deepened my love for trance a lot. Trance is a dying genre in North America, but I do feel like it's making its headway back because of all the new trend, the new age trance music that is coming to town. I think a lot of mainstream artists are playing right now. It's That Time by Marlon Hofstad. So it is making its rounds to come back. And Luminosity is like one of the smaller festivals, kind of in size of like one of the EIs, I would say. But it's very intimate because a lot of people are very close and very deep into the genre. So you see a lot of old hits there. And
It's not crowded, right?
it's not crowded
it's
at
an older
all.
festival too.
It's
Everyone's
all a
old.
festival, yeah. And people just talk very freely about the genre of music and how they like certain artists that has not been played for a while, and like they've been listening to the music since like 1995 and things like that. So yeah,
But pro tip, if you guys want to do Lumi, you can also do DEF CON on the
Yeah.
same weekend and split it,
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's so
which is
chaotic.
like 1
It's-
hour away.
it was kind of funny because like speaking of that, right? Since like even though trance genre is like sort of dying, but it's not as popular as you think in Europe as well. But what's really popular is actually hardstyle, right? And hardstyle at DEF CON, it's filled with people. It's filled with so many people. And like they end on the same day on Sunday too. So like flying back from Netherlands, you just see everyone with DEF CON merch, and I was the only one with like Lumi merch on me. So we all took the same flight back to Toronto and things like
But
that.
I find it interesting. There's actually like hardstyle's big in Europe.
Hardstyle is massive in Europe.
Hardstyle is
Holy.
pretty big. Big in
Hardstyle is-
Australia. Australia
Australia
loves
is-
Australia is
they-
massive.
they
too.
love hardstyle and
The
trance.
Aussies love hardstyle.
Yeah.
But it's just like Tomorrowland as an international festival, the hardstyle community flies for DEF CON.
yeah.
It is the gathering for the world. So you get people from North America, Asia, Europe, all around.
It's
just
like
bring-
their Tomorrowland.
it's their Tomorrowland,
Yeah.
right? It's like the festival.
They all just want to go there just to listen to the left, right.
Well,
right,
I mean,
song.
if go check out, we'll put maybe a video in this over this, but go check out some videos, and might be the best stage design ever.
Oh, the last year's one was sick.
I mean,
Yeah.
this year's was insane.
I didn't
This one's
look
pretty-
at
The- dude, this year's stage-
The last year's one was sick, and they had the fireworks.
Oh no, the
Dude, that
fireworks
was- the fireworks at DEF CON are amazing.
and the lasers too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just watch like the Symphony of Life for the DEF CON anthem, and it's just like an orchestral, like in hardstyle. But
So,
they have
wait,
like
you're going next
singers
year,
in
right?
it. 2026, 2026
Oh my
DEF
God.
CON. We already made the plan.
So talking about our Tomorrowland, the Tomorrowland you guys went to.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys went
Karen
this
and
year.
Benny.
We've been
Yes.
talking about it for months, and these guys finally went.
Yep.
was a great
Tomorrowland
experience.
is very, very great. It's an amazing experience. I would say like 10 out of 10. I can consider Tomorrowland is like the daytime version of EDC. And yeah, like you get all the different genres, but the more I would say between the two is that you have more smaller stages in Tomorrowland than it is at EDC. So you have a lot more intimacy with the DJ rather than EDC. So like sometimes when you go to EDC, you walk into the stages, you can't really see where the DJ is, but you just know that it's in that general direction. Like in BassPod, it's not at the lower level; it's like hung up. The DJ deck is hung up into BassPod, right? Whereas in Tomorrowland, you can actually see the DJ at any point. It's always at the bottom, and you can like stand almost pretty much next to them at all times.
We're gonna do a special Tomorrowland episode with Claudia again. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Like super interesting, I think.
It'll probably be timing around when the packages come out for next year. So
Yeah,
stay tuned.
yeah.
Because it'll get you prepped for like what they learned and also what to do for buying process. We'll go through the entire thing.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's Tomorrowland.
But during that weekend, I checked out our local brand new festival, Sojurn, which was
Sojourn.
Sojourn. Sojourn. I always want to say so, like it's like based off
Soju
Soju Festival.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But shout out Last Planet, Pep Rally, and Format. They did a team up for this, and it honestly
Phenomenal.
there was at our favorite TBA warehouse for 3 days. But honestly, for underground music, I mean, Toronto scene is thriving just based on that, right?
I feel like it's very interesting because it's like multiple, like I guess what do you call these, like companies, and it's like really hard to coordinate when there's so many hands on deck. But
we'll
Yeah.
talk about
I
it
think
more, but more companies are doing this.
I think what happens is they each have their own stage, and they just pool I think they pool. I don't know how the process is, but maybe it's like 3 companies and they pool money together to book the venue, and then they all get a single stage.
Oh, I'm
for
just
themselves.
saying, it's like great planning on them because there's so many hands on deck.
Yeah, we're getting a lot
Yeah.
of those, which is honestly just great for Toronto because it
Yeah.
allows for more money share, like more pooling of money to bring artists
Mhm.
to Toronto,
Yeah.
which is really good. But
and then you end up with like, oh, I'm going to 3 or 4 shows this weekend.
yeah, 3 or 4 different companies
Yeah, exactly.
different doing it. But like like the festival was honestly, they took over the whole McCormick warehouse. They had an outdoor portion, indoor portion. I unfortunately could only go the Friday,
Mhm.
but I was able to experience the outdoor and indoor, and it was honestly great. Like just good underground vibes, not too crowded. Just good vibes all around for the underground scene.
How was the sound?
Great. Like honestly, for each stage, it was great for the McCormick warehouse, right? I didn't see anyone with a meter monitoring the sound.
Not like Fort York.
Not
yeah.
like Fort York, but they once the 10:30, 11 hit, they had to shut it down to the outside, and then the inside just did the normal McCormick.
And then
Mm.
there were afters, right?
No, well, I mean, after's probably at someone's house or something.
Okay.
They went to like 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So it was a
okay.
long festival.
Okay, okay.
Holy.
Yeah,
5 a.m.
Like Fridays was 6
It's indoor.
indoor outdoor. So
Yeah.
Friday was 5 5 p.m. to like 5 a.m. and then Saturday was 2 p.m. to 5 a.m. But you can go in and out at a certain point.
That's a long festival.
So they let people go in and out. But yeah, honestly, shouts out to them. It was great.
And then you ended up in the UK.
Yeah, the week after.
Yes.
Week after? Yeah. I'm like, oh, let's go to the UK for a hard techno festival because we don't have those here.
Teletech.
well, we had a Teletech here.
Well, we had it, but I meant to go experience the main thing.
Yeah, you went and experienced
This was
the
in
flagship one.
Manchester?
Yeah, so I
Manchester.
flew into London and then I took the train
Train.
from London to Manchester.
What is that, like 50 minutes, 45?
Like 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours.
Honestly, like for the
It's not
distance,
bad, yeah.
it's like
It's fantastic.
once again, like everything here is shit compared to Europe and traveling. So
You're not even at work yet by like 2 hours.
yeah, you're like 2 hours gets you like halfway to Toronto or halfway across Toronto on
Yeah.
rush hour.
It's super slow.
So it can be really bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, while you were at Teletech, that's Veld, right? Veld that happened.
Yeah, so Veld, well, Teletech, I just want to touch on
touch on Teletech first.
one thing about Teletech. Honestly, great festival. Boiler Room was a pain to get in because of the lineup queue, but honestly, it wasn't that hot. But yeah, in the end, all the warehouse was like 1,000,000 degrees. Exactly what I expected. A hot, sweaty techno warehouse. But
But I do need to ask you this one question though. You say it's hot. Is it hotter than Sound
Sound
Machine?
Machine? No, Sound Machine was worse.
Machine was a straight up
Sound Machine
sauna.
for Diane Stan Chrysler this year was a next level amount of sweat.
I think-
But the
I think-
warehouse was pretty good. Some of the videos I have, which will include the video, like you can see the steam in the room. They don't believe in AC there in a lot of places, so
They were pumping AC into the boiler room stage though.
yeah, they did a good job with Boiler Room because they kept it capacity wise.
Mhm.
But it's just if you weren't in line by a certain point, you weren't getting in. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they made it. But the Boiler Room sets were good. They're all online. I'm in. So shout out Zorza, our local Toronto girl. She did her first Boiler Room, and I might be in the video a couple times because I went front row right for her.
Nice.
But she did a great job. So shout out Zorza.
We should just clip all the clips of them at Tomorrowland and us just in the crowd at
Oh,
different
we probably
streams.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then was it the same weekend? It was Val.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
same weekend as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, what? When are you at Veld? I'm like, no, I'm in Manchester.
So you went one day?
I went one day. I
went 2 days.
I went 2 days.
And I went 3 days.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
My first
Um,
Veld in years.
How do you feel?
Honestly, I don't remember the first one. It's okay. Like the main stage was actually pretty sick. Like
Mhm.
in terms of
It's
production,
big, right?
Yeah, it's really big, and the screens were super HD. I was like, I could see everything.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
good on the
For
video.
Pritz, it was nice,
Yeah.
but I'd still rather see Pritz in a warehouse, like a hollow. Sorry,
Everyone
in a
was hoping for an AP, but it didn't happen.
warehouse.
I think it was great. With the Veld stage and the whole Eric Pritz thing, we were trying to get him here for like
Well,
the
he
longest
canceled
time.
twice. That was the
Canceled,
problem.
yeah.
So like he was supposed to come in 2021, 2022 at the start of the year. And then he got COVID, so he canceled so he was supposed to do a Cerez D show and a history show.
Yeah.
Canceled, moved to September, and then he had a family emergency, so both shows were just canceled outright.
Yeah.
So
And
we were
then-
robbed of a Cerez D and history
Yeah.
Eric Bridge show, but then
Then
It
he
was
came back
redeemed at Veld.
strong.
Yeah.
He came back strong with the biggest festival
Yeah.
in Toronto that has to offer. So
Cerez D was at the circus stage this year,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And the circus stage is no longer a dinky circus stage. It's actually like a stage.
yeah,
So that was nice.
they got rid of the tent from what I heard.
I prefer the tent.
Yeah, but the tent was like too much for higher end.
They couldn't
artists.
hold that many people.
I know, but then I like the shading from the sun because like Veld starts early too, right? So when you go there, it just gets so hot and you want to be under the shade. And circus tent is where it's at.
Yeah.
But I do want to say though, like a lot of people ask me that which day I should go to for Veld, and I always say just go to day one and see Eric Pritz because it's like one of a lifetime thing, and like a lot of them thank me too. So and yeah, so that's like Veld. We'll go into more in depth of what we can improve and things like that. What we think, a suggestion to it. So going to like Christine's adventure, North Coast.
Oh
And
yeah,
like-
that was like technically for real summer. Like I consider real summer as like July and August.
right.
Take it. Sorry, we just took a photo, but yeah,
You
I
guys
only,
want to show your prizes on camera?
yeah, show
Yeah,
your
come
prizes
here.
on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stand here.
We have an extra mic if you want to speak into it.
Just stand here.
Oh, okay, you guys can come. So obviously we're running this at Commies. Our friends are playing, so
Yeah, our friends won some prizes.
oh, we got
Oh, yeah,
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff. What is it? Vaporeon? What's this one?
What the hell is that?
Oh, and then there's a toast.
yeah,
It's pretty cute.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cute.
Do come and check out Call Me Baby.
And also, please watch our videos so you can see what they won and what you can win.
Yeah, what you can win here.
Thank
Yes.
you guys. All right, yeah. Going back to
North Coast.
yes, North Coast. I I only consider July and August summer, and like other than Veld, I went. Other than Veld, I went to North Coast and ARC. I did 1 day of ARC. ARC is a house techno festival in Chicago. The same weekend as North Coast, so Labor Day weekend. And what did I see at ARC? I saw Charlotte DeWitt, Sarah Landry, Headaches? No.
No. you
No,
didn't see
Headaches
that.
was North Coast.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was it?
Reiner?
Reiner, yeah, Reiner Zonneveld, and Sonny Fodera, DJ Heartstrings, B2B, Party Boy 6ix9ine.
What'd you think of the? It's the only North American festival to do Elro. What'd you think of Elro?
Oh, I liked it.
Elro is
It's,
so
like,
so
cute.
so
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like all this shit's going on. You're like,
Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, no, it's very cute. There's like a little like it's kind of like Electric Forest where they have like paid actors and there's like people standing on like tall sticks and stuff, like just humongous people, just different like little trinkety things. So Sonny Fodera was in there, and then I forgot we were there for something else as well. I forgot everybody that I saw, but those are the ones I remember. Reiner Zonneveld was really good, but I heard from like other people like Yeager and like he's only seen like not the best sets of him, but I think I had a really good set.
So the thing with him is like he's hit or miss. Like when he came to Toronto for that Coda show, I don't know, it wasn't that great. But when I saw him in
I agree.
Italy, it was actually pretty good.
I saw him at EDC too last year. Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
It was alright after I Hate Models too. So like, you know, I Hate Models put me up here, and then like Reiner Zonneveld tried to start like at that level too, but he couldn't reach there.
Yeah.
I think it was his wife that was like giving out cigarettes. So my friend got a cigarette from his wife. But it's like the stage looks pretty intimate. Like it looks like those, like in my opinion, from what I see, those European like stages that are like more intimate. There's people in the back, and then like the crowd's okay. I heard like some of my friends heard they were not good, but the crowd's okay. There's an international crowd.
just for North Coast or
No,
for
ARC.
ARC? Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like next to Movement in Detroit. It's like the next premier house and techno festival. And Chicago is the birthplace of house music,
Mhm.
essentially, right? So they care deeply about the scene, right? So you get a good
Yeah.
crowd. You get a very good crowd.
And like we thought because we all stayed till the end, I think most of the festival, and we thought like it's like 2 blocks away, a block or two away from the subway, and we thought it was gonna be really bad because we just filled the streets and like we just cars couldn't drive in, but it was just a very slow walk into the subway station, and then everybody got on. Like we got home pretty quickly because we stayed downtown, so that was pretty good. And then we went to Afters, which was at Radius. Amazing venue. I would like to say like probably like 10 out of 10.
It is literally my favorite North American venue I've been to.
Yeah,
and
because
I've been to Vegas once too, and
yeah,
it's
Vegas.
literally
And there's a lot of endorsement too. Like DJ Belinda also likes.
everyone's like
Yeah.
DJ like it's just, and for ARC it's so good because they open both rooms. So what it is
Yeah,
one
Cermak Hall.
one ticket gets you entry into both technically. So if
So-
you buy like
So for the first night was what, Gessa? I saw Gesaffelstein. Sorry, hopefully I pronounced this right. And
Falstein. I don't know how to say say it.
and that was at Radius, and it's connected to Cermak Hall, and Cermak Hall had Charlotte DeWitt and Reiner the same night.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick.
we checked out Charlotte DeWitt for a little bit, or I think it was Charlotte, maybe it was Reiner, but I don't remember. No, but we couldn't stand it because Cermak Hall is a hot box.
Mhm.
So then we went back to Radius.
Yeah,
So
it depends on how many people they have in the crowd because
It
it's
was
literally a box. Yeah.
completely packed, and it was like foggy because it was so hot, right? So we went back to Radius.
That's
Radius
exactly what you want in a warehouse.
Radius is a lot bigger, and like it's such a good venue that the sound is the same wherever you are in the venue, and there is complete AC, and like you're not like steaming hot, and then the lights, like it's like a different experience at any corner of
They
the
have like
hall.
a screen in the middle that like kind of points up. At least from when I went, like they had like a screen that they can do like lights or something.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like a whole bar of
Yeah,
lights.
that
yeah,
goes
yeah.
through the venue,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Terminal 5 one.
Yeah, exactly like the Terminal
Yeah.
5 one, right?
Yeah, so amazing venue. And then the next day I saw Dom Dalla and then Gorgon City. I think next door was Mao P, but I just did not go there because I went to North Coast and then I went to Radius. So
Mm.
I don't know. Everyone always says go to like in terms of North American venue, go to Brooklyn Mirage.
no,
Honestly,
no,
I'm
no.
gonna tell people
No,
go to
no, no.
Radius. If you're gonna make a trip to a venue, like if something's playing at Brooklyn Mirage versus Radius, you go to Radius.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
So-
say that right now.
The Izu crowd has flocked. So the New York crowd, Izu crowd has flocked to Chicago this year for North Coast and ARC. So a lot of us are planning to go back next year and just mix and match.
Yeah.
Like I
Mm.
mixed and matched this year as
What
well.
a great weekend in
Yeah.
Chicago. North Coast and
And
ARC,
yeah.
Yeah.
which you
So-
split, right?
Yeah, because I needed to see there was like obviously an Asian migration. It was something like Dab the Sky into Seven Lions.
It was because I
Arm
talked
and
about
Hammer.
that. Armenheimer into Dab the
Oh,
Sky
yeah.
into Seven Lions into
Millennium.
Millennium.
Yeah.
Except that's
The
perfect
nickname
sad
is the
boy
Great
line.
Midwest Asian Migration.
Yes.
Like literally, it is sad boy heaven.
Yeah, that's full sad boy the whole day.
That's
dude.
like trauma experience. That's like you're going through some shit.
Yeah.
Watching those
All
sets.
of us were at the front. Like we were just like, yeah. And then my friend gave me a shoulder ride and I was screaming off the top of my lungs at the beginning of the Seven Lions set. And then there was some reason there's like a recycling bin near the front. And at one point I was just standing on the recycling bin. No shoulder ride needed. It was a great view. But
Nice.
the last day was ISO knock.
Oh yeah. I saw
Honestly,
videos.
the setup, fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was it was specialized for their set to have it
They-
up.
Yeah. So they had a shipping container, both back and front hollow. And like when the show started, where the set started with ISONOC, they started raising them up. And then I was also screaming that whole set. So then like the rest of the week, I was just like raspy voice. Such a good set. Oh my God. Like I wanted to cry, bro. I'm like, because like as a fellow AAPI, like Asian person, I just saw them up there and I'm like, these little boys, they're making it. They're Asian. I want to cry. Yeah. So, yeah, it was very good. But I saw Chase and Status also that day and Headaches. Those were pretty good too. Afters, I did brownies and lemonade at the strip club. It was so weird seeing like brownies and lemonade, the logo in the background, and then you hear
Strippers?
wong, 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 and then there's like strippers, but they're not stripping, but
It's like
they're on the
11
pole.
nightclub.
Yeah,
Great venue.
yeah. I was
Great
like,
venue. Just 'cause great
Especially he
This
endorses.
guy
Sonny endorses
endorses
it.
it.
Yeah, he
I did
endorses
not
the
know
strip
what to
club.
expect, and I walked in. I'm like,
wait,
what the?
you went to Polecats before?
No, I went to 11 in Miami, which is the same. It's an ultra club, is what they call it.
Oh wait, it played EM too.
Yeah, I saw Marcus Schultz.
Dude, I like pulled up my phone and I was like a fascinated kid. I'm like, this is so artistic.
I didn't take video though, because that's kind
It's
of
not allowed.
well, you technically
It's not allowed because the girl stopped me after. I didn't know, right? It's my first time in there. So you see all these ravers just like ethically, morally like bopping, and then like you see some other people that are not ravers in there, and you're just like, oh okay. I saw some.
That's so weird. You get the
Yeah.
normal crowd in there, and then you
Yeah.
get the irregular crowd.
Yeah,
in
you
there.
You know what's funny? They had an event in Toronto at a strip club, technically,
Oh,
in
really?
Mississauga way back. It was Virtual Riot. And Green Velvet played there too. They had two events at her nightclub
But
in
were
Miss-
there strippers?
So what it was is they blocked off a room and set it up there,
Oh.
but you could see the poles there. Like
Okay.
but then the funny thing is to go to the outdoor area and the washroom, you're going through the strip club.
Oh my god.
So technically you're in the strip club. So if you go to the bathroom, you can just take a look and then just go
yeah, we had our I guess stripper pole dancers. They were dancing, and in the background was like wong 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 wong, and yeah, it was pretty good. Lenny and Levity, John Casey, but yeah, that was my whole North Arc experience. Definitely recommend Chicago, a cleaner city in the States, and like great venues. There were like probably 10 to 20 afters. So
Yeah. We're essentially rounding out. By the time this episode comes out, the summer's gonna be fall, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So like there's not really much going on other than a couple outdoor ones left. Like Kygo, I think is probably the last one.
When is that?
I think
next
next week.
Next week
Oh, okay.
on that. But then we also have the two Budweisers with John Summon and Dom Dalla, which was really good.
Buddy stage.
Yeah.
The John Summit one was good. I think it was the best set that he'd done in Toronto.
But that was like the first legit, so I guess we'll touch upon
It's
those
2
two.
days though.
It was
Yeah.
it was literally a John Summit takeover that weekend since we had two shows, but like that was like the first proper EDM show at Budweiser. We had, I mean, Odessa did play, but Odessa has the live band and everything. But this was like a legit, honestly, sound impressive.
Mhm.
I did not expect the sound to be that good. Yeah.
But wait, who played recently at Budweiser? Dom Dalla.
Dom Dalla, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of things also improved during the summer too. During the clubs and everything, like department improved drastically, but you still would say that you would not go during a sold out show.
So
I think Crank That. was it.
my rule of thumb before all this, they keep advertising the AC, but I went to Maddox, fairly busy, still good. Obviously, Ali and Fila didn't have that much problems, but Crank That was the first sold out show at department. And my rule is coming back. I will sell my ticket when it is a sold out department show.
Any of you guys go to Cranked It?
Yeah,
I
we
went
both
to Crank
did,
That.
but it was so hot.
Really?
But it was so good.
Yeah,
It
the
was so
tickets
good.
were going up to like 150, right?
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Yeah.
So-
I was like,
Door tickets were 70 because
Door
my friend
tickets were
was
70.
visiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
door tickets were 70, but still with the door tickets, it being sold out, it was just so hot. And I know Inc. posted it saying the ACs were working. They weren't working hard enough. I will say that. They were not working hard enough.
Water was dripping off the ceiling, but
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was steep, like there was a fog then.
So
there was no fog actually. My glasses was okay.
like glass was okay. It was just it's just steamy. So many bodies.
Mm.
So much body heat.
So then I guess their circulation is actually not bad because you don't see the steam.
but the layout in there is pretty sick though.
Yeah, it is. Like I like the lights that it goes like across the whole room. But it's also
Ah.
because like it's not just the bodies that are there. Like some of the bodies actually came from Dom Dollar, and then it was like raining outside too. So like you get all the
Moisture.
moisture and the steam comes in. So like just a lot of factors that it laid up to it. Like Maddox also played at department and it was almost sold out. And you say it was okay, right? But I didn't feel I was sick because like it was so good.
Honestly, that's
Yeah.
half the experience when
Yeah.
it's like half empty. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
good.
So
And-
department was trying to mimic Radius probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Masonic Temple as well. Masonic Temple is like the revamped, starting a new trend that like
We're getting a lot more venues.
we get a lot of venues.
Because now, we'll mention Zamna's using International Center again.
That's a huge venue.
Yeah.
It's massive.
It's literally taking
Yeah,
over one
yeah.
of the rooms.
I was
which is, like, sick.
actually in there once. I'm like, dude, It'll be a sick warehouse rave in here.
Yeah.
It's so big, and like if you have all the lights in there, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I trust they're gonna do a good job if they're taking
Are you
over
going?
International Center.
No, probably not.
I think I'm going one of the days, so we'll see.
If I go, I'll go the first day. But how do you guys feel about Coda doing a Sunday?
We'll find out.
Sunday. It's so Coda's.
The community.
No. Coda is running events on Sunday now during the day.
They're trying something different.
They're doing day
Lights Out.
shows just like in Europe does it.
What do you
In
call
UK.
that? The breakfast, the supper club.
It's day clubs.
This day clubs.
That's
No. There's this venue on the west side, supper club or whatever.
Something super Empire Supper
Empire
Club.
Supper
No.
Club.
There's like some club and some food club or whatever, and they do like house, like more on an underground like house, like sets. Like,
Yeah.
wait, do you
Club
know?
space.
No. In Toronto. She's
In
talking about
Toronto.
You mean CZ? Well, CZ is the only underground one I know at that point.
I don't know. I need to find it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we're getting day clubs like we do in where UK gets them.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I
Wait.
low-key kind of want to experience it, but I seen alignment before.
Is it dark in there?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
inside Coda.
Oh no.
You-
And
the
the
have you
event
ever been
starts
to a
at
day
3
club
PM.
though?
Day club with like the lights out, right? Like with lights, right?
No, in the
Like
club,
raving
it's dark.
in a day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
raving during the
like-
day.
No.
3 PM.
But the only place I would do it at is Club Space.
Yeah, they do it in the morning, but you still get natural light. This is like inside. It's
It's just like Coda, like it's a regular Coda
it's Coda,
show.
but you're
Well, I've
inside.
done-
At 3
Dur-
p.m.
yeah.
I've done CZ till 8 a.m., but that's about it.
Okay, that's
That's-
that's a
Yeah,
little bit
not
different.
count.
That's a
No,
little
no.
bit different.
That because it goes from like 2 or something to like 8 or
No,
something.
like if the sun is out, I do not want to be in a dark space. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like day clubs because it's I don't know.
Dude, you should
I-
just move to Europe.
Well, that's why that's why I think they're trying it. Is they're seeing how effective it is. The prices are lower too.
The prices are lower and like it's another way of generating money.
But who are they bringing?
Alignment. The
Alignment.
first one's alignment.
Oh, when is that?
This is on
When you're gone,
this is
you're at Lost Lands.
Oh, it's next
Yeah.
week.
There's another one too. Shlomo and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
right now they're
Okay.
doing hard techno during the day, which I mean, not bad. We'll see.
I mean, for fiends, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, we praise history. I like it when stuff ends at 11 or 12 o'clock and I can go home.
yeah.
So I'm happy going rave 10 o'clock, go home, go to work the next day.
Go to
So
work the next
any
day.
Go to work the next day on a reasonable time.
any surprises that you guys had for this summer? Any emerging trends and surprises?
I think one of the big ones this year, which Christine you experienced, was EDC, the layout change, where they moved the stages.
Honestly, I never remember where how should I say this? Like,
You just follow the crowd.
You just
I
follow
don't really
follow
notice the change because most of the main stages are still where they are.
the main stages
Yeah.
are, but like moving Neon to the north and moving Quantum also there.
Yeah, I think that's better because from previous memory, like my first memories of Quantum, it was just in an odd spot, I think.
Yeah, because you have to walk past circuit grounds.
Yeah,
to
it
reach
was
quantum.
it was in an odd spot from what I remember, but usually like as long as like the main stages are still where they are, so like I don't really see like a difference.
Did-
But I think it's a good idea that they move those two together. They're kind of like hand in hand, trans techno, right?
Did
Yeah,
you
so-
go to downtown EDC?
We flung through it while I was not sober, so yeah.
Lots of lights.
Lots
Yeah,
of
we
lights.
were just speeding through it. We were just trying to get to the next stage. Yeah. And then bumping into people. But yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Some other changes is Rebel got lockers.
Yeah, that was a big one.
This
Where
is
is
a
it?
big one.
So it is in the hallway, like to the left. From what
Is it in front of the co-check?
I don't know. If
No, it's behind the coach check.
It's behind the coach check.
Behind. So when you enter,
There's two hallways.
yeah, there's
the
two
exit,
hallways.
The exit hallway.
The exit hall. No, the ticket scanner hallway.
Oh.
It's right.
Okay.
You
that-
haven't been
okay.
a Rebel in so long.
He did.
I did, but I didn't look.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't look. I saw it at Cabana. When I went to Cabana the one time, they blocked off the main area, and then when you're walking through Rebel, they actually have the lockers there.
Yeah.
They can move them around apparently
Hmm.
based on the event.
Hmm.
So they had them at honestly great because Rebel has a big
And they're
pickpocket-
free too.
and they're free.
Oh, they're free?
They're
Yeah,
free
they're free.
because Rebel unfortunately has a big pickpocketing.
How big
issue.
are the lockers like this?
just
Almost
enough
that.
to store your stuff. So
No, store your phone and stuff.
So
it's honestly good because like what Sonny said that a lot of pickpocket events, pickpocket incidents there. So you want to store your stuff.
Actually, Sonny stopped a thief.
Yeah, I did. I stopped a thief at 7 Lines.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, we don't have to go into that, but I did stop a thief.
how unplur. Yeah, so there's a Veld layout change. We kind of mentioned like the stage changes, but what do you guys think?
I personally like the Circus 10, like I said before, because of the shade. But you cannot hold as many people. But I think if you turn Circus stage 360, so you know how when you stand at Circus stage right now, you can still see.
So not facing the hill.
Turn it around.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there,
not facing the hill.
so it faces the base stage.
Yeah.
So you don't actually see the base stage when you are raving at Circus stage, because you can actually see the base stage and then you kind of like throw off your vibe in that sense. So if you turn it around, then it'll be much better. That's what I think.
I want to quickly add, just for North Coast, it's the same thing. I think they switched the layout last year, but their second stage, what was it called? I forgot. Their second stage, the base stage. Yeah. It used to be flipped on the other side, closer to the hotels outside, and there was more space. But now it's like flipped right by there's this dome, experiential dome, and next to the Vegas stage where Isonoc was playing. It's just clustered up, and I feel like there's less space. But yeah, like North Coast, please flip it back. We like it the other way, anyways. And then next, Escapade.
So Escapade, just one small thing. They moved the entrance to the indoor stage to the back of the warehouse. I don't know if it's a warehouse or it's church.
Yeah, it's the church.
Yeah, it's a church.
Yeah.
It looks like a church.
Yeah, it looks like a church.
So it's like I never went, but
yeah, it's more of like guiding the flow. So like you enter from the back and you exit from the side. Whereas the year before that, it was like enter and exit.
Exit off the side.
You exit off the side. So the year before that was enter and exit on the same side, whereas the back one is fully shut.
So any suggestions for the viewers coming up next year or for next year?
Get fan hosters. Yeah.
Yeekern told me before I went to Teletech, like get a fan hoster, and honestly, clutch. Like it was probably the most important thing I had at all Teletech, because like it was so hot and I had North American fan, which was big. And like I just hate holding a fan in my hand. I absolutely hate it.
Me too. So I don't bring fans.
So that's why I don't bring fans. But then having the holster there, you just like pull it out, fan, and then put it back in.
That's why you bring an electric fan.
No,
Yeah.
some festivals don't allow it. But
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never had that.
But only on North American. I think European they don't allow it.
So
For
if you're
why?
looking for one, we have an Amazon link with.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of links on there what we use, and then we have some earplugs as well.
But we'll have the link. It's literally like $30. You can use the holster for any fan, and it's a festival life changer.
So Yeekern, now that you've been to a European festival, finally,
All right.
any suggestions you would like to give the audience?
If you ever travel for a European festival, arrive a day earlier to sleep in a proper bed. I cannot stress that enough. I received this advice from Benny, and it is a game changer, because the first one I went to Lumi and I did not do that. I just landed straight and I went into the festival ground itself. Oh boy, I was like a zombie.
Is
More
it
than a
because
zombie.
is it because
I was
these
a ghoul.
festivals are like marathons?
Yeah, well, because
When
you
does
want
it
to
end?
they're all daytime from like 12 to like 12. But
Why did you die?
because you landed from your
Time zones are different.
time zones are
zones are
different, and then you sometimes you fly like red eye and things like that. So you want to like rest and readjust your sleep schedule, and then you can kind of like go through the day with more energy rather than running on reserve all the time.
I think
Especially if you're camping too, like, because you know you're not gonna get like the best sleep when you camp, so you want to at least try to get
one day.
Actually, we didn't really get good sleep.
Yeah, we didn't really get good sleep
But
because the party at the Tomorrowland started like the week before. So
but I used that strategy at Teletech.
yeah,
So Teletech was Saturday, but I flew Thursday night. I literally stayed up, so I can't sleep on planes, but my flight landed at like 9 a.m. UK time.
hmm
So technically for me, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, our time, based on the flight.
Right.
I grinded the entire day in the UK without napping, and then I fell asleep at like 1 a.m. and I slept like 10 hours. But that 10 hours got me adjusted to their time zone and then allowed me to go to the festival fresh.
Mm.
So, I went straight into the festival not festival, but for Ultra Miami Music Week. I landed at 1 a.m. I dropped off my stuff and I went straight to Factory Town.
But that's okay because you're still Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But then we
But-
stayed up till 8 a.m. and
But
I slept for like 2 hours.
You don't know. She's a different beast,
Oh.
man.
That's
Like
true,
she's
too.
always up until like 8 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
her at afters is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we slept for
Christine needs a shirt. Don't invite me to the afters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I slept for 2 to 3 hours and then we went straight to the day club to see Martin Garrix. So
Mm.
yeah, I guess no, I'm getting old. I need to adjust, but
She's a night owl.
And also, now that I've been to a lot of European festival, get a locker. If you, try to group buy as much as you can, because like getting a locker is actually a game changer, because like some of the stuff, let's say like you have an inflatable hammer or things like that sometimes you go to different security checks, they don't actually allow it. But if you go through the first day and you just put in the locker and you have that item for all 3 days, and you just need to pick it up every single time. So I do highly suggest if you go to like a big festival, do spend some money on lockers. If you can group buy, the better it is. Keeping your passport there is also great. Keeping some of like scarf or like rain jackets is amazing too.
Except
So-
for my Dream State story about my passport and lockers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
watch the Dream State video and you'll hear that
Yeah.
story.
Maybe
I
not.
was-
Maybe
I,
not.
I
the
was
passport.
panicking for 2 hours.
Yeah.
My suggestion is get insoles for your shoe. Honestly, dude, game changer. It helped me last throughout the whole Tomorrowland festival, which was 4 days if you include the gathering, which I think is a must go.
Gathering is the must. Yeah.
And
We'll
get an
talk
in-
about it.
and get an inhaler stick from Kokyu.
Yes.
Kokyu
Yes,
shop.
shout out to Kokyu.
Yeah.
Yeah, those inhaler sticks, whenever you're at a festival, just especially with whatever's going on, just lifesaver.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys' most memorable moments of the summer?
Actually, I want to give a shout out to Dead Royalty for sponsoring us tickets to Space Laces. We did want to thank them for a long time now. So, Zach, thank you so much.
So we quickly went over the John Summit Dom Dalla takeover, and then there was one of you guys mentioned the Dimitri Vegas.
I heard this all summer, and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I saw him tease posting it. I'm like, can you just post it so I can make
Yeah.
my own judgment? Because all I've heard is Benny and Ukern saying life changing,
Which one?
life changing moment, and I heard it from Kayla and Prov too
Yeah.
last week.
Dimitri Vegas.
Yeah.
Dimitri Vegas hard techno vinyl set. That's
Every time he teases online, I'm there to comment.
yeah.
I'm there to comment and say like, post it up,
It
please.
was legendary.
It'll drop before GTA 6.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
And so we have Tomorrowland and Luminosity, which we mentioned.
I think just great first experience for your European.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it's like fantastic, because like this is the first festival that I wanted to go into like deep into the genre, and I chose trance, and Luminosity was one of them.
that was a good one.
And then we have Isonox Summer Takeover.
Honestly, I predicted this, and man, they
He was right.
they steamrolled the entire summer, like literally, like headlining every festival. The entire, just look at the crowd energy at an ISO Knox set, and it's actually
Yeah.
insane.
It's
they
wild.
did takeovers in different cities. They're still doing takeovers, like
Yeah.
under the New York City Bridge at the K Bridge.
Yeah.
They did one in LA. They've done now there's San Diego one.
They're
coming up.
planning like their December hometown show.
Yeah.
I remember at North Coast, it was just like, it was Chase and Status, but I was there like 2 sets before Headaches into Chase and Status. And like, you saw like crowd changing between Chase and Status and Isonox, because like all the like young Asian kids coming through. It was like,
It's a young crowd. Yeah.
yeah,
But still.
I felt like I was 20 again. I like with my cute backpack, and I was like,
I'm 20 again.
yeah,
But
yeah.
definitely a takeover. So shout out ISO Knock. They steamrolled the entire summer, in my opinion.
rice
So
rolled.
based on our at the start of the year predictions, so based off of that predictions, what do you think were the top tracks of the summer? Like
Well,
come
we
in
have to
comparison.
circle back and like see what we chose, but man, there's been some interesting ones. I think one of the biggest ones, which you heard everywhere, was Dom Dolla's "Girls."
Yeah.
Girls don't need nobody.
The term "hot girl summer." I mean, that
Sorry,
song just
I think
literally.
it's a very annoying song. So
But everyone,
I love Dom Dolla, but
everyone played it. All tech house artists play it. They have remixes. The Leighton Giordani remix, fire.
I
And
see.
then
Sorry, go
actually,
ahead.
we didn't actually put it down on this one, but I thought that the counting song.
Hamdi
What?
counting.
Yeah. And
It was blowing up last year, but it still moved over. You know which did drop? Badadan. I didn't
Yeah.
hear it as much this year.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of died off.
It kind of died
kinda
off.
died off.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, it took a while, but it died off. It had a huge.
Well, then Is That Time actually took over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that time.
Which
everyone
is
did a
surprising
remix.
because I think it released last year too, but everyone was doing remixes.
My prediction was right, so I'm happy
Yeah.
about that.
And Yo 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 too.
Yeah. Well, Yo-Yo is not as good,
Yeah.
but it
That's
didn't
just
blow up.
Benny's anthem.
That's Benny's anthem.
But the It's That Time by Marlon, that one really, like, everyone was playing
The
it.
DMB version by
Yeah.
Dimension was popping off everywhere. It's just a crowd hype.
We actually heard at Tomorrowland a lot of Eminem remixes
Mhm.
using
Like Ditto Thank You was one of the big ones. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And Dimitri Vegas actually played it multiple times.
Yeah.
At Tomorrowland, and it was a blast. And like, we also heard 5 Minutes of Acid by Kiki at
that was a
Tomorrowland.
big one.
That was a big one
That
for the
was a big
techno
one.
scene. I find everyone was playing it in sets. There's another one from Melodic Techno, Move by Adam Port.
Mhm.
Like that one was just, there's so many remixes out there. Enemiah remix is the big one that a lot of people hear. He did a remix of that one. Really good. There's another one that's kind of low key, but it has like over 50 million streams already, and that's the Disclosure song. She's Gone, Dance On. Like it's just like that upbeat housey vibe. Like I guarantee at Elro, if you knew the song, like you probably heard everyone play it.
Did you hear
I need to listen again.
the Leighton Giardini song? It's
Dead Mouse?
no,
remix?
Told You Once.
Uh.
Did you hear that a
If
lot?
I told you once.
Yeah,
I
that
Loud
one-
Tech House
that
artists
one's
play
sick.
it, so yeah.
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 Well, we said ISO Knock Takeover, but they had a song with the Godfather, Arlo Grime, Smack Talk.
Smack Talk, and
Like
then Smack Talk, yeah.
Smack Talk. So yeah, it was good. So yeah, some of our predictions were correct, but some new ones really popped up that
Yeah,
were really
a
good.
lot of new ones popped up.
we didn't mention this one we put on our list, Go Back by John Summit. It
Oh,
was
yes,
like the EDC anthem
Yeah.
of this year.
Everyone
Great
knew the
song.
back because
Yeah.
perfect transition to drum and bass, which had a
Yeah.
2024 year takeover.
Yeah, drum and bass. I'm wearing a shirt.
They
Yeah.
knew
Mode.
they knew what words and lyrics to use, because like everybody used the main the chorus part to be like, oh, I want to go back to the festival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally a summer anthem festival, which is like
Yeah.
sick.
It was getting really annoying. Like I said, when things get repeated too much, it gets so annoying. But yeah, and then Not Even in Love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the melodic dubstep anthem of the summer.
7 Lines in Millennium.
Did you hear that at North
Oh, you
Coast
should-
Fest?
Of course, 7 Lines brought out Millennium. He asked Millennium to come out, and then 7 Lines also brought out Dabin for I forgot what was
So
The
new
ones we
song,
used
the
to
new
love.
song, the new
ones we
song.
used to
too.
love. Yeah. I used to love.
So it was a huge turnout.
It was literally sad boy convention.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any helplines, but if you're still suffering from that weekend, then you might want to seek comfort in friends.
Talk to Christine.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of our later segments of today, we are gonna discover the best artists of the summer
Well, for us.
for us.
Who did you guys discover anything new? Any new sets that you went to and you were just surprised?
I don't know. I listen to everything, so
Yeah.
not really.
Not really.
No, I'm joking. There was a couple artists. Set wise, I think it was more just artists I wanted to see that I finally got to see, especially like going to Teletech. Like literally none of those guys come to North America, like half of them. So just seeing those sets, I already knew their music, so nothing new. But for me personally, one we talked about was there's that emergence that we keep talking about, that Euro dance trance scene.
Yeah.
I do
So-
not know any of the names that you've listed.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
because I know most of these. So
Yeah.
but right now, we're calling it 2025, 2026. Eurodance is going to take over North America finally.
Yeah.
It's
Eurodance.
coming back. Trance, hard dance,
Hard groove.
hard groove. Hard grooves are kind of here, but hard dance with more lyrical elements is coming back. But Cleopatra 2000, low key, but like he does trance and like hard dance.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Cleopatra is good.
Hegeman also does the same.
Hegeman, yeah.
Hegeman does the same
Fire.
thing. They have a song called "Get Low," which you may have heard some
Yeah,
people play.
that's a great song.
And then one up and coming trance artist. They haven't really done sets, but every release they've done this year is like amazing, and Zero Gravity. So check them out. They're releasing on all the major like 140 labels, but just amazing uplift. And they only have like 1,000 Spotify, 1,000 like Instagram followers, but they're getting signed to like all these different labels. And not new, but I call it the year of Soda for the drum and bass scene. But Soda was blowing up like all over UK.
Soda, not with a D, with a T.
With a T, so SOTA.
Not to
Everyone
be
talks
mistaken
about
with
like
DJ Soda, right?
Oh, man.
but we all say like drum and bass is like the hardest one to DJ, like in terms of mixing. His mixing is on point and his mashups are insane. So if you want to check out a set, check out the Rampage 2024 open air set. Insane. Like just absolutely insane. So he's having a big year. I just want to give a shout out.
Christine, any new artists that you discovered this year during the summer? Any sets that surprised you?
This year was just a Wook year, like Wook year.
And still a Wook year. You're going to Lost Lands.
Yeah, no, it's like I've been into bass since the beginning, but this year just got more wub. Like
You should have just wore your pashmina like that.
Yeah,
yeah, no, I
I'm
had
wearing the jersey and you're not.
I had about 4 pashes for Electric Forest, but Electric Forest was the beginning of it. I feel like I saw Levity and Linny so many times this year, and so it's just best discovered Wook combo of this year, like Zingara, Alley Cat, Levity, Linny. I want to say LS Dream and like LSC or like Closey too, but then I've seen them before, so not really. But yeah, the Wook combo, I've seen them at so many afters, and I feel like a lot of the afters I've been to this year, because you guys know me, I go to more of like the mainstream festivals, quote unquote, compared to these guys here. A lot of the afters, they're just bringing these guys in, and it's just all Wook. I think at the end of Electric Forest, I got annoyed by too much Wook music. It was just like wong wong.
It all
wong.
sounds the same essentially. I don't like that. I don't like that Wook sound with the deep lower bass one. I don't like that.
Yeah, like
Give me crank that. Give me crank that style. It's
maybe
just
for a
fast.
set or two, or like for one night max. But yeah. And then the second one is Discovered. He's not new, obviously, but Leighton Giordiani, like we mentioned earlier, his song, his remix with Anima for Last Night for Luffy, that was so good. And then what was it? Today's the
He did the new song too.
yeah, yesterday he came out with a remix with of Deadmau5's Strobe. So,
Shout out Slayton, because that's his new nickname.
Oh,
now.
really?
He's just
Slayton.
killing it, Slayton.
yeah, so yeah, that was best discovered because I had Last Night on loop most of the summer.
Also, we're not sure when this episode will air, but he is here end of this month.
Soon.
September 28th at Coda.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll be at Michelin.
We'll get Michelin.
Yeah.
But still,
Michelin.
go check it out.
And
Any
then
for you, Ukraine?
Oh, I actually have a big list.
Yep.
Because I've been to a lot of festivals. And
Still the
also,
baby on
yeah,
the team.
still the baby, and then like I've been to a lot of club shows too. I think these names actually would make it to my top 10 list for this year.
that's like 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, and like I had so much fun going to all these events. Dirty Phonics from Tomorrowland. You don't.
I'm
really
actually
see.
surprised. I like
Yeah,
they have sometimes hit or miss sets, but
but it was banging. Like
Yeah.
At Tomorrowland. Cold Blue. I also want to shout out. Old artist for trance, but still running the game very, very strong. One thing like I kind of liked, I became a fan of Cold Blue is because like a lot of DJ actually has like drink requests from the DJ booth for the festival to like bring them, like some of them they 1942 or like some expensive drink, and Cold Blue only asked for water. And I think that was amazing.
Have you ever seen that clip? It's like these guys pretend like they're bringing drinks to the DJ. They
Yeah.
go up to the bar. It's like, yo, can I get 2 beers
Yeah,
for
I
the
see
DJ?
that. I see that. But like they're
What?
wearing the security
Yeah.
vest
Yeah.
too. I think it was at Tomorrowland or one of the
Yeah.
European festivals.
No.
They
Wait,
go to
Yeah.
the bar. It's like, yo, the DJ wants 2 beers. Can I get 2 beers?
Yeah.
And then they just pour it for him.
Yeah,
And they just bring it
he's
there.
sick.
No.
But you won't work for Cold Blue because he only asked for water. So then Paul Denton as well at
Oh,
Also
that's a new
running-
discovery.
it's a new discovery because I haven't seen him live and I only get to see him live at Europe. And it's amazing. I dropped Ali and Fila for for Paul Denton, and it was a blast. Do check out his Lumi set. It's
All the
probably one
Lumi
of
sets are online. So.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best sets in Lumi.
Yeah.
And then Automol, it's like you said, like Sonny said, that hard groove, hard dance is also taking over and like prediction in 2025. And Automol is one of the artists to look out for. Automol, Pegasi, Mishlove. Do come to Mishlove if you don't want to go to Leighton. And then a lot of hard techno.
You got baptized.
I got baptized by a holy priest. First time seeing him. I didn't really like. Even though I know some of the songs, but like I wasn't convinced enough to go. And then until like these people like, you sure you don't want to go to Holy Priest? And then this guy keeps sending me like deals on ticket, like half off. And I was like, fine, I'll just go buy it. Like I'm forced, my hands are tied, kind of thing. It's still my money. Like, oh. So anyway, got baptized. Grateful for it.
You're
The thing
welcome.
is, like, you don't really need to know like hard techno tracks.
Yeah.
You just
bop.
Yeah,
You just-
it's all
you just,
sort of the same.
Yeah.
And shout out our hard techno crew. We have a hard techno crew in Toronto, and
Oh, really?
like just a small group of us, a
okay,
little
okay. I'm like,
group
I
of
need
friends.
to be introduced, even though I don't go to a lot of shows.
They weren't at
lately.
A-Rod, but like we go to a couple events together, and it's always a blast with
Yeah.
them. So shout
We
out,
should make a flag.
yeah,
Hard Techno Toronto.
yeah.
There's no hard techno community.
Hard techno
No.
with a mini group is always a blast.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's playing.
we have a flag.
Yeah, we have a flag.
We have a
But
podcast.
yeah, but it's not a hard techno flag. We should just
Oh,
logo it at the corner,
no.
like back at Body Hurts.
It's
Hard
just
Techno Family.
it's just all the
No.
genres because we listen to all the
If
genres.
we do it any tag, it's trance classics only.
Yeah, trans
It's the
classics
only tag we do.
So you have one more name on your list.
Oh, and Horse Girl. Yeah, I find
Insert
it.
horse images right
Yeah, yeah. I find it a lot odd that she actually has a prosthetic mass on her, but like
Oh, it's prosthetic. That's why it looks so real. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can kind of say the same to like Daft Punk and like Deadmau5 and things like that. Like, if
but
those,
hers
like,
looks kind of eerie.
yeah, because it's
The
like
eyes
actually
really
a live
work
animal.
on
Yeah,
there.
Definitely don't want to be on some sort of vitamins if
Yeah.
you go see her set.
Yeah,
I will say
but her set is a blast. I would say like because these two shows, Holy Priest and Horse Girl, like it was back-to-back weekends, and like those 2 weekends were amazing.
The crowd was pretty fun. Let's say that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel it's one of those shows that I think everyone
High
who
energy.
bought a ticket knew about Horse Girl
Yeah,
or
yeah.
wanted to see Horse Girl,
Yeah.
right? It was very niche, but like very committed crowd. So
Yeah.
whenever
Where
you got
was
that,
it again?
It was like
Coda.
it was at
Okay,
Coda,
okay.
and it's sold out.
That-
So there's
yeah.
a good amount of people. If it's at Coda, there's a good amount of
you
like.
want to know
followings.
something crazier?
What?
Nobody was selling
Yeah,
the
no
ticket.
one was selling tickets because
No
people that
one was
wanted
selling
to
the
go
ticket no more.
bought
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
heard
when,
of that.
That's when
Yeah.
you know.
the
Like,
TRC was not selling any Horse Girl tickets.
'Cause, like,
People
I
were
guess-
looking.
I guess she's not like big enough for people to be like scalping and like.
Yeah,
you
exactly,
literally only
exactly.
bought a ticket if you wanted to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right? Essentially.
And it was pretty crowded.
It was.
It was packed.
Well,
yeah, it was
we
packed.
initially
Okay.
thought it was going to be at the TBA warehouse or one of the rooms, but
Mm.
maybe they didn't sell enough tickets and they moved it to Coda, which worked out in their favor, in my
Mm.
opinion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they sold enough for Coda to be sold out. But once again, only people who bought a ticket or like they
Yeah,
knew
they
Horse
were
Girl.
committed
Want
to
to
go.
go,
Yeah,
yeah.
If like people weren't scalping it, like
You couldn't find a ticket.
yeah, you
You
couldn't-
literally had to
you
wait at the
couldn't.
It was
door.
crazy.
So my discovers are vintage culture
That's
and
crazy.
Mathin. I've always known about vintage culture, but I've never gone to a set. I would never like go out of my way to go. To
I'd be the
vintage
same way.
culture.
You got me piqued, interested in that. I
It-
watched the set and it was like, oh, it's pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. It was.
I
like,
dragged this guy.
It was
Yeah.
super mood. Like I was vibing. It was nice. The speakers at Crystal Garden for that set was mint, crystal clear. It was the best speakers I've ever heard.
I was very shocked to see it on your list. I'm like, this is a little off.
Like I've always known about him, but like I've never taken the time to see, like to go to a set. And Mathane, which is
Dimitri Vegas'
Oh,
wife.
so this is what you meant. I was like, who's this new artist?
Dimitri's Vegas's wife.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah. A lot of sing-along songs. I don't know if you guys know, but I actually do enjoy the sing-alongs.
Do you sing?
Yeah, if I know the
I
lyrics,
gotta
I'll
get
sing.
this on
He shouted,
recording.
he shouted.
No, I've seen Benny sing at Zoo. I can test this man can sing.
Oh,
If-
okay.
if
This
I-
man
if
knew
I like the music,
every
I'll sing.
lyrics of the songs. That
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah,
20
yeah.
minutes, you could not hear Benny.
I actually do like sing-alongs. Like a good amount of sing-along with friends, it's always fun.
I'm surprised you don't like sad boy songs.
And nah.
Yeah.
Maybe-
That's the best sing along
May-
songs.
Maybe he'll reverse for him because he started with techno. Maybe
Oh,
like 10
maybe.
years down the line, he's like a sad boy
Yeah.
with a jersey.
I don't know about that.
All right,
Only time we
we'll
can
keep
tell.
tabs on this experiment to see if it actually happens.
The most,
See ya 5 years later.
Yeah.
the most surprising things of the summer.
I mean, you guys keep saying the Dimitri
The
Vegas.
Dimitri Vegas hard techno vinyl set.
I got
was
FOMO. I don't get FOMO much, but I got FOMO just hearing about it so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it must have been really good.
Yeah.
Especially the key people are telling you.
Yeah, I
you
know. The key people are telling me there that
Yeah.
it cooked them.
Yeah. And it was so surprising too because it was a vinyl set. Like I didn't even think.
And you guys didn't even know he was playing. It was all
Yeah,
surprise, right?
It was
Yeah.
all surprise.
Yeah.
He didn't even announce himself that he was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just showed up.
Yeah.
And he's just holding the vinyl.
And you guys got Emily Lenz the same days too. That
Yeah.
was wild.
Dude, I didn't even know you can do that, man. I was like, you can do this.
Changes his entire. I know like they get a lot of shit as a duo, but it
This
just
guy followed him after.
When you love a DJ so much that you have to follow them right after. Second one, Hardwell Rage. We talked about this a little bit in the August recap.
Yeah, the
video.
episode has been released.
Yeah.
That was surprising,
just
Then-
unexpected,
Yeah.
right?
unexpected.
Yeah.
And then the slander from DJ Snake about Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland.
So I don't know if
Also
he's ever
unexpected.
gonna get
Also
invited.
unexpected. Out of
Yeah.
the blue.
Is he mad that he didn't headline this year?
He probably won't headline now.
Yeah, number one headline ever.
He just cut
Yeah.
that. He cut that for sure.
We talked
Cut the
about.
bridge.
Yeah.
And the rumored end of Genesis.
Well,
for
it better
Anaheim.
be the end of Genesis
It'll
or
be the
he
end
lied.
of it, and then every once in a while I'll come back.
Yeah.
Like when
He's gonna drop a letter.
you think
It's
think
not
he's
gonna be Genesis. It's gonna be Gen.
that thing is a cash cow. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cash cow.
You
But you
think
can
he's
always
gonna
just.
pull a Hartwell like that.
Well, he can do what he just did with the Weekend, where he can just make money. It all depends on what he's looking for. If he's looking to
Yeah,
make
sure.
money, he can just do what he just did with the Weekend and use the same images or same structure.
I think this is why I think like because he uses the same videos and visuals all the time. Like he just wants a new label to like start fresh. You know what I mean? Because like people when they
he's
want to
tired
go
of
to,
it.
yeah, but people when they go to Afterlife show, oh, I want to see this robot. I want the siren song, you know, like where the girl just shakes on the screen and things like that. And he wants to hear the knock when the thing, you know. So
I think he's tired of it. Like because like from his perspective, he's just standing there pressing play. That's all it is.
Yeah.
that's what you think.
People
Oh,
are
yeah,
there
yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah.
his.
That's what
He's-
it is.
I've
Yeah.
said he's not a good DJ.
People
his
are there to see their
transitions Or
visuals.
for how slow it is kind of weird. Because we've seen it.
I
just
guess
like-
he wants to be seen now.
It's just the visuals, man.
It's the visuals.
It's just the visual.
Yeah.
I guess he wants to be seen now, and not his. He doesn't want people to look at his visuals. Look at him.
He did do a surprise set at Burning Man.
Oh,
Yeah, he did a surprise set, so no visuals there. It's actually him DJing. So once again,
Well,
I think right now at a lobby he gets flack. He does get flack just
Mhm.
because I don't think he can DJ very well. So he has to-
well, there's also like he did the main stage at Tomorrowland as well.
The visuals did not work. Yeah, it was not it. End of Trans Unity. That's
yeah, this was just announced too. So apparently next year is the last one.
that's crazy.
10 years.
I
Isn't it
mean-
not bad?
It's just that probably they're struggling with ticket sales.
Yep.
Oh.
And
But-
trance is dying.
And yeah, unfortunately, even for Montreal, the trance scene is hurting.
Mhm.
Trance
Playing
scene's
hard
hurting
groove.
here.
It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, take a look at our trance episode with Victor. We talk about this a bit, but yeah, this actually was surprising because vibes at Trance Unity are always great.
They
but-
could technically bring in other stuff, right? Like,
I mean, they always do single shows and stuff like that, but like Trance Unity is like a festival, like a mini festival. The lineup's really good. We'll have it here. But
no, I'm saying they could bring in other stuff, like
Other genres into
yeah,
it.
borderline stuff. Just
Maybe
Well,
they're-
that's what Dreamstate did, right?
yeah,
So they have like,
bring in psytrance.
they have psytrance is also part of trance.
I know, but it's
Yeah.
very different. So
Yeah.
well, that's why
Yeah.
they have a separate stage. They
Yeah.
segregate.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean Simon Patterson is coming to things, so
That
he
was a
might
given.
he might be playing psytrance because he's nicknamed to be Simon. So
Yeah, Simon.
Simon, yeah.
But yeah, they're struggling, but they also booked it the same weekend as ASOT, so we'll see how that turns out.
You know, maybe that's one of the problems.
It's
It's like they just
probably,
book it
yeah.
in the wrong time.
But take a look at our episode with Victor. We do talk about a lot of this in depth, so this just adds to the conversation of like what we can do for the trance scene. But I'm gonna Booking on ASOT weekends is not probably the smartest play, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Is ASOT been announced?
The dates have
Yeah.
been announced.
Oh yeah, you know
Where's this?
At Rotterdam.
In Rotterdam.
Netherlands.
So even though
okay.
like we're traveling to Montreal from here, we can drive. ASOT's a pretty big trance event, and you have Armin at the helm too, and you have all these artists. So unfortunately, like the booking for Trance Unity is really good. They got John O'Callaghan, Aline Fila, Ferry Corsten too, Simon Patterson, like a whole bunch of like good
I'm surprised
artists.
they're not playing at ASOT.
But that's
Yeah.
They probably will.
They probably will. So
Oh.
we'll see how that works out. They may play the Friday and then come this Saturday to Trance Unity. We'll
and
see.
because Trans Unity is only 1 day
Mm.
and ASOT is 2 days.
Yeah.
So they probably like he said, play on Friday, then come to Montreal
Yeah.
Saturday. So you can go to ASOT and follow their schedule too.
Bender. Yeah. So this is our wrap up of the best moments and top takeaways of our 2024 festival season. I hope everybody enjoyed their festival season. It's getting cold again, so
More
and
club shows.
Indoor festival season started.
Indoor festival
Oh.
season starts.
yeah, and wait, Joey, come in. Let's show us
wait,
your
wait.
prize.
Wait, did you win that?
Oh,
wow.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a huge charm at
Okay.
that you won.
come into
Yeah,
come
yeah,
into
yeah.
view.
We got our fifth guest.
Fifth guest right
Anything
here.
to say? Doesn't look like it.
Go to Veld next year.
Going to Veld next year?
Yes,
that's amazing.
go to Veld next year.
All right, you'll see him at Veld.
Yeah, and thank you again to Clammy Baby for letting us use the space. They're at 5580 Young Street at Young and Finch next to Shoppers. So if you want to visit, and a lot of cute toys. Look at our cute background. I actually want some of these. And also, we are here right now going to mingle right after.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is a social, so we are going to go mingle.
Yeah, and thank you for listening.
Thanks
I
for
don't know.
listening. Thanks for watching. We have if you want to support the channel, we have a PayPal link in the description. If you need earplugs, we actually have 10% off Sound, and we also have a affiliate link with Hears. It's a new brand, but no discount, unfortunately. If you want, there's 2 alternatives there, and then we have our rave gear in the description as well. So we have the whole. We'll put the holsters in there, and then we'll do the nasal sticks. Anything else that you guys want to add?
It was a good season.
It's a good season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to hibernate.
Time to hibernate and do it all over again next year.
See you guys in the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.